Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another Jash Reads episode. Tonight, we are continuing to read Animorphs, number 10, The Android by K.A. Applegate. Now, I'm sorry you folks didn't see my lovely face on Wednesday for my usual Aragon dramatic reading, but that was because Tuesday was it was a really long day, and come Wednesday I'm like, I don't feel like being in front of the camera. I just need to rest. So I wrote more of a fan fiction, and because like Wednesday I was still recovering. Don't think I probably recovered until a little bit on Thursday. Hi Mike, I'm doing good. How are you? And as always, this video is not intended for kids. It is instead intended for adults who are discovering or rediscovering Animorphs. And Mike, I'll reply to whatever you say after I finish the reading for today. So just, how are you? I'm very awkward in real life, actually. So let's get this started. I hooked up with Jake, and the two of us rode our bikes to Cassies Farm. He didn't say anything about my conversation with Tom. Jake knew how I felt. We've all felt it before. From Cassie's farm, we walked across the fields to the edge of the forest. There's a place we meet there, deep enough in the trees that no one is likely to see us. Rachel and Cassie were already there. Cassie was on her knees in the pine needles, looking into a burrow hole. I have no idea what was in there, but she seemed fascinated. Rachel was sitting on a fallen log. Tobias is off finding Axe, Rachel said as we approached. I think there are 3 of them, Cassie said. I guess she was talking about whatever was in that burrow. So, what's the big panic? Rachel asked. Before Jake or I could answer, I heard something crashing through the brush. He leaped into view, sailing over the log Rachel was sitting on. Eximili Isgorth Istil. Hey, Axe, I said. Very dramatic entrance. Of course, any appearance by Axe was going to be dramatic. Axe is an Andalite. The only Andalite to survive when their dome ship was destroyed by the Yerks in high orbit. He's an alien. You know how on Star Trek the aliens are always just humans with a little nose putty and some bad outfits? But they basically look human and act human and speak English? Well, Axe isn't like that. You take one look at Axe and you know he isn't from around here. Picture a sort of big blue and tan deer. Only instead of a deer neck and head, you have a semi-human chest with 2 weak arms topped by a head that is definitely unusual. Axe has no mouth and 4 eyes. 2 of his eyes are in the usual location, but his other 2 eyes are mounted on stalks on top of his head. The stalk eyes can aim totally independently. Axe can look right at you with his 2 main eyes and still be looking behind him with one stalk and off to the right with his other stalk. It's kind of unsettling till you get used to it, but not nearly as unsettling as his tail. The tail makes you think scorpion. It curves up and over so that the razor sharp blade tip is usually poised somewhere above his sloping shoulders. That tail is fast and dangerous. Very fast, very dangerous. Basically, Axe could slice and dice a human into bite-sized chunks in about 2 seconds. Fortunately, Axe is on our side. Hello, Prince Jake. Hello, Marco, Rachel. Cassie? Did you lose something? Cassie stood up. Then, as an afterthought, she brushed off her knees. Baby opossums, she said by way of explanation. Too big for the pouch, not ready to leave the den. Don't tell Tobias, I said. He'll eat 'em. I already know about them, Tobias said. I looked up in surprise. He was in the tree above me. I hadn't heard him arrive. Cassie shrugged. Tobias is a hawk. He has a right to be a hawk. Then she looked up at Tobias and smiled. Of course, they are awfully cute. Oh man, Tobias groaned. Okay, this litter is off limits. Happy now? You're a sweetheart, Tobias, Cassie said. We should move while we talk, Tobias suggested. There are some kids playing soldier just about 300 yards west. Let's stay well out of range. We all started walking east, and Tobias went up again to scout ahead for any danger. Okay, Marco, Jake said after a few minutes. This is your party. What's up? I told them all what Tobias and I had seen. Tobias came back and added some details. Then I looked at Axe. So, Axe, you're the official alien. What does this sound like to you? Axe turned his head toward me, making eye contact with his main eyes. Marco? Something has happened to your hair. I believe it has become shorter. Are you suffering from some sort of illness? That does it! I yelled as the others all broke up giggling. It'll grow out, all right? It'll grow out. Besides, it's easier to take care of. Man, I make one little change. Have I said something wrong? Axe wondered. No, Jake assured him. Not at all. Marco is just a little sensitive. Go ahead, Axe. What do you think about this Erek person? I do not know. It doesn't sound like any species I know of. What? Dude, you're the expert on aliens, I pointed out. Marco, even we Andalites don't know every species in the galaxy. I swear he sounded embarrassed. Although, since he was using thought speak, maybe sounded isn't the right word. You don't recognize the description? Jake asked. No. The way you guys describe it, it sounds more like a robot or something, Rachel ventured. But how does it pass for human? Oh, that is technologically possible, Axe said, relieved to be able to add something to our speculation. It's probably a holographic projection, like your primitive TV, only three-dimensional. Primitive TV? Hey, we have cable at my house, I said. Axe didn't think it was funny, but Cassie smiled. Tobias swooped low over our heads and came to rest on a branch. So when Erek gets hit by the bus, he drops the hologram for just a split second. The power supply may have been interrupted or overloaded, Axe suggested, but that's the interesting question. What power supply? It would take a great deal of power to maintain such a hologram, hour after hour, day after day. Hey, maybe Erek is nuclear powered, I said. Axe laughed. Then I guess he realized I wasn't joking. I don't think nuclear power is likely, he said, still sort of giggling like I was a primitive moron of the universe. I think it would take something much more advanced. Is there any way to see through this hologram? Cassie asked. We could hit him with something as big as a bus, Rachel suggested. Now there's a classic Rachel suggestion, I said with a laugh. I was feeling better, hanging with my friends. Marco found out the sharing is having a little water skiing thing up at the lake, Jake said. He bit his lip and added, Tom told him. Erek is in the sharing. He'll probably be there too. Perfect chance for us to get a good look at him. That's the where. Now we just need the how. X thought for a moment as we ambled through the woods. The hologram is meant to trick humans. It would be tuned for human sight. Hawkeyes are better than human, but still similar wavelengths of light. Maybe a totally different sort of vision would be able to penetrate the hologram. My heart sank. I knew what was coming next. Some gross morph. Unusual vision is our specialty, Rachel said with a careless laugh. She slapped me on the back like life was just one big adventure. Sometimes Rachel really grinds my nerves. No bugs, okay? I said. All I'm saying is no more insect morphs. Is that too much to ask? And that's the end of that chapter. Let me just make sure I'm on the correct page here. Okay, let me go back to my little combo here. And let's see, I'm here saying hi back like you can see me. Don't worry, I talk on the phone and I will do like sometimes the usual motions like the person can see me. It's like, oh, I'll wave, I'll say hi, and so yeah. Let's see, Mike also says, I am still way behind. Might have to back out because I'm not sure if I am up here, so I listen to other parts first, so I will see you later. Okay, Mike, I'll see you later. Hopefully, once you actually view this part of the dramatic reading, you will hopefully be pleased, and I will have done a good job. Or at least you'll think so. So, yeah. Sorry. I'm still getting used to people every now and again replying to the live chat. I'm aware I do things live, so there's a live chat so I can interact with my viewers better. But it's awkward because it's not becoming normal just yet. If it happens like every episode, I'll start not really minding or commenting on it at all. But if you do manage to catch me during a part where I'm actually filming, where this is actually live, use the live chat, and then if I reach a point that I can talk to you, I will. But, like Dramatic Green, talk a little in the beginning and then finish conversations up at the end. And with reviews, I'll probably stop, in between parts. But anyways, let's go to examining a little bit of this chapter. And let's see. Marco's haircut. I actually got my hair cut. I was trying Tuesday. And my attempt was to get it cut really short so I could go like 3 or 5 months without eating my hair. Like, that's the only reason I cared about a haircut, was because like every meal I was eating a bunch of my hair. Like, I'd have some nice waffles in the morning. Hair. So yeah, I finally got my hair cut, and I'm doing Animorphs number 10. But yeah, that's I just didn't want to eat my hair. But and the other thing I'm going to comment on is the fact that Cassie, with those possums and talking to Tobias, it really seems the show where her relationship with Tobias has come between the last book and this book, and that like she was really angry at Tobias for eating, one of the skunk kits, and now it seems like they're in sort of an agreement. If Cassie says off limits, he'll be like, okay, I won't eat. So, and at the same time, Cassie is not going to be blaming Tobias for eating. It's just if she catches something cute, she's like, Tobias, can you not? And Tobias will be like, okay. So my question for this video involves Axe. When I read him commenting about Marco's haircut, I read that as him being obviously sarcastic, of like, yeah, I'm just teasing you. So I'm wondering, not about that teasing comment. I don't know why I said that. I just go off on tangents. If I don't have a script, I go off on tangents and never return to my main point. So anyways, the question involving Axe is, what do you think about him saying, I don't know about every alien species in the galaxy? Do you think that humanizes him? Does that make him more relatable to you? Please comment down below. Also, comment below with anything else you noticed about this chapter. The good, the bad, the ugly, but no major spoilers. I'm hoping against hope that people really get into the Animorphs series via these videos, so there are some big twists and turns coming up. There are revelations that'll make you go, aw, and then ones that will make you cry for weeks. So, hey. Fun times ahead. And please like this video if, let's see. Wow, why should you like this video? Because I, like Marco, am incredibly cute and extremely funny. So like this video. And also, remember to subscribe, because I will be reading the entire Animorphs series. So if you enjoy this video, you won't want to miss a thing. So subscribe, so you won't have to miss a thing. And if you are watching this on my blog day blog and watching this on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the followed by email option somewhere on the sidebar thingamajig. And that's so that you will never miss out on anything I do on my blog. And I'm going to be having a long post come out tomorrow, May 23rd. And, you won't want to miss it because it's nice long post, nice long detail, and it's about Game of Thrones. Yeah. Great show, horrible ending. I mean, wow. And I hope everyone is staying safe and sane. Don't worry if you have your off days. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I had like maybe 2 or 3 panic attacks, one after the other. I recovered after one, and then it's like, oh, here's another one. So if you have bad mental health days, that's fine. You'll get through it. And thank you, of course, to all the essential workers that are risking their lives. And if I could, make sure that you got better, health safety where you worked, if I could make sure people won't kill you for saying that, hey, you should be wearing a mask right now. And bunch of other things I would, but unfortunately all I can do right now is say thank you very much, and thank you. I did not prepare a big speech. And to everyone else who does not have to leave their house, don't. Bye.